Welcome to Creations by Karen, and today we're going to start our Spring Craft Fair 2025 stuff that I'm making. So make sure you like and subscribe so you know every time I make something and on my live, and yeah, let's get going. I do not a lot of craft shows. I do a couple of craft shows, and they're big. They're big craft shows. They get tremendous amounts of people in. They're 2-day craft shows this year. It's a Thursday from 5 to 9 and Friday, Good Friday, from 10 till 4, I think. And the numbers of people are ridiculous. So, and I've been doing this for a lot of years. So people know who I am. So I got to come up with something new every year. So we're going to start with a couple of goodies that they blow out every year. And so I'm going to show you how to make them. So if you do craft shows, make these because they'll be profitable for you. Okay, so we're going to start out with, I'm going to make these out of 2 sheets of cardstock, okay? So I've got an Oxford Junior composition book and this little one here. And like I said, I'm going to make this from 2 pieces of cardstock. So I'll put these aside. And this is what I made. These are ones that I've already done. And I don't do anything to the inside. I add a pen, as you can see. It's so cute. I love these. I'm going to do the back. And they're quick and easy to make. So if you do craft shows, this would be a great thing for you to make. And these would also make good Easter gifts for somebody that doesn't want to get eggs. Good morning, everybody. Hey. Okay. So this is what I kind of thought about, and I'm using this paper pack that I got from Michael's. It's the book club. There's a lot of avid readers. This would be great for readers because they would see the books on it and they would like it. And I've used a lot of this already, and I'll show you the ones that we're going to use today to make this. And this is the cardstock I'm making them with. I'm using this to embellish, and I've just cut up, this one, but this one here, it's got people walking around reading books, and this is going to be an accent piece. Ready? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this one. Okay, this is where we're going to start with this one. And I just take my cardstock, and if you're using directional cardstock, make sure you make it so it's right side up. So I want it to be, I'm going to say by this book here. So then I just take this, and there's a lot of ways to do this. This is just my way of doing it. You can do it any way you want. Good morning. Miss seeing you at the Michael's London. Aww. Donna, I miss you too. Where have you been, girlfriend? I know, I've been there and keep looking for you. Apparently you've left the city. I don't know for how long. So I'm just going to take this and just measure it with this. You don't have to like cut and measure and do all this stuff. But you know what? I think I'll just measure this part first and go on this way. So I know that, and I measure it like right to the end here, and I'm going to pick this. Just put your finger on it and measure it down. Just like this. There it is. Okay, so keep this. You're going to need it. So I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to do this one first, and then I'll do this one with the remnants. So I'm just going to cut this in half. And just measure it this way. I'm kind of an easy kind of girl. If there's an easy way to do something, that's how I do it. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces now. And they're directional. Remember that. They're directional. So you have to make sure that you make them like look good when you put on it. So then I just take this like here. And there's 2 ways you can do it. I'm going to show you both ways. So you can use this aqua mono glue that I get at Michael's, dries quick, holds securely. This is good to use. and also you can use double-sided tape. So I'm going to start with double-sided tape because I like that. I don't know. It just seems so secure for me. So just go on here, take some double-sided tape, and just put it along this border here. That's on here, that's black. Just come down, put your double-sided tape on. You want to make sure you get as close to the edge as possible. And then I do this one. Now this has curved edges, right? So I'm going to put this down and I put it over the curve, just like this. Cut it off. And before I cut anything, I always do the back as well. So once again, over the curve, and try to get as far to the edge as you can. Put this down. Do this one. So I do the front and the back at the same time. It just works best for me. You can do this any way you want. You can use anything you want. You don't have to use 1/4 inch tape like I'm using. Right? And then what I like to do is cut this off. Got some scissors here. Just going to round this. Go to the inside and round it. Just like that. Just put them there for a second. Do this one. Good morning from Florida. Hey guys. Hi Mar, how are you? And just go here. This is really sticky. That's what you want though. And then cut this one off. Now we usually do the front and then I do the back. This looks like it's going to go well today. We'll see how that goes. Doesn't always. Well, it does when I'm just kind of crafting. But if I do a live, sometimes it doesn't go the way I want it. But that's okay. All right. So I rounded those edges. Before I put more score tape on or glue, I always take, okay, this is obviously really tacky, perfect. I take this score tape off. Now I got this at Michael's. It's like a blade on here, very sharp. Be careful. And this is the front, so I'm going to take this off, both sides. And here's where you can put more tape on, or you can use glue. So for this part, I'm going to use glue. So you can see how it's done both ways. So I just take my glue. It's mono glue. Is it coming out? Yep, it's coming out. And close to the edge is fine, and just a thin bead is good. And go along this way. And if you're at a craft show, you want to have an assortment of things. And I do. I have an assortment of things. So I've got my paper here. Make sure it's directional. So I just place this down. Now remember, this is tacky. So once you've put it down, you can't really, so I can't do that at the top at the same time. I can't really take it up and put it down again. So on the first try, you got to be kind of good. But if you can't get it secure, just do your best. Okay, this is something I'm rubbing it with, because I do have glue and I want to make sure that it's really nice and secure. All right. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Put my paper on. Now, just going to take this, because I'm going to like cut this excess off. So I found the easiest way for me is to just take my double-sided, or sorry, my blade, very sharp. It's kind of cool. I like it. And I just score down this paper like this. Perfect. And then I go this way, score it. Take your time when you're doing this. This is not a race. You just want to make sure you've got it as clean as possible, because I'm going to be sewing these. So I got to make it as clean as possible and that it looks cute. Once again, just come down. This is a great invention. I like it. I really like it. So that's scored. But you see, I need to curve these edges. So I just take my scissors and I just curve them. Just like this. Okay. So I got the first part done. I'm going to go to the back and do the back. Take your paper off, or your tape off. Just like this. And once again, take some glue. I'm using this glue. You can use whatever you want. You could put more tape on here. You could put glue on here. Just a thin bead is all you need along the edge. And then you can just put some in the center. Now, you want this to be directionally correct. So I know this is going to butt up to here because it's going to look the same. And that's why I keep it like this. So I know that it's exactly where I want it to put down. Just put it down. Take your bone or your bone folder or this and just give it a rub. Just like that. Do the inside too. Crazy that we're doing Easter craft show in the end of February or January. I live in Canada. It's pretty cold. It's actually quite cold, although it's been colder this winter. Take my blade. This is fairly new to me, so I gotta make sure I, whoops, never want to say whoops when you're crafting. Come along, score that. Perfect. Turn it. I'm gonna go down here. This is when I wish the insides were colored because I can see easier. It's okay, we can do it. Just come down and score. Perfect. And do this side. Perfect. Then like we did on the front, we're just going to round those edges. Just like that. Okay, so now we have the front and the back. Once again, we're only going to use one piece of pattern cardstock for both of these. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do it the exact same way as I did the other one. So take your double-sided tape, put some right along the edge. Do it here. closest to the edge as you can, I guess. Flip it over and do the back side too. Like that. And this one. And I'm just going to open it up. Cut these off if I can. One, two, three, four, cut this one and this one. Here and here. Okay, and then I just take this and I just pick off all these pieces. As you can see, I've got a routine on this, plus I've done quite a few of these. Then I'm going to, on the front, take these pieces off. You know, I should probably cut this first. Getting ahead of myself. Just clip them off. Okay. Now take this one off. Now before I do that, I better cut my remnant piece. What have I done with it? And let's see, there it is. Now make sure, once again, that you're going directionally correct. So I'm going to need two pieces here. And one more. Try to save all your remnants if you can, because you're going to need them. Perfect. Okay. Now, keep that piece. You're going to need it. Just take some hot glue. You can use double-sided tape if you want to. Just put some glue on here. Just take a piece that you cut and place it down right on that edge. Get as close to the edge as you possibly can. Take something to rub this, bone folder. Look at this Embellishing. Quite like it. And just like you did on the larger one, I'm just going to take my blade and I'm just going to come down and take all that excess off. Go to this side and go to this side. Whoops. Whoops is never a good word when you're crafting. Now, luckily that didn't go through. So we're just going to take this scissors. And this is another way you could do it too, is just take a pair of scissors. Just cut that off. Perfect. Cute. I'm going to do the other side. got my 2 pieces of double-sided tape. Take the tape off the top. Take some glue, or you can use double-sided tape. Just run a bead of glue here, just like that. Take your piece out. What I've done in the past is put it wrong side up if I'm using directional paper. I always want to check. Take your paper, place it down, nice. Take your bone folder, cut that, excess off. Gotta get used to this. Perfect. Do the side. And this one. I like it. Okay, just round my corners. There we go. This one. Perfect. Now it's all covered. So let's just embellish them, shall we? Fun. Okay. I'm going to do this one first. Now, you really need this. Can I use a cutting board? You can use whatever you want. So I like to put something at the front along the side. So that's why I picked this paper. And it's cute. It's pink, and I like it. So I'm just going to put about 1/4 of an inch along that edge. Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you all. So you go to 1/4 of an inch on my cutting machine. Once again, I got this at Michael's. I live in Canada, so we don't have things like Hobby Lobby, a lot of big craft stores. We don't have that here, which is unfortunate, but we don't. Michael's is kind of the go-to place. I'm just going to put just a strip along this edge, like that. I just cut a piece off. Looks good. And then I'm just going to take some glue. Just run some glue on here. And then I carefully place this down. You don't have to do this. It's just, I like to. I like to just give it that little bit extra. Put that on there. Take your, I don't even know what they call this. Go ahead and tell me what they call this. Is it a bone folder? I don't know. Okay, then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut this. Just like this. That looks good. I like it. Now, I'm not going to do it to this one because it's already small, and I don't want to put anything on this other than something to put in the center. So I take my piece that I've used, And I'm going to take my punch. It's a 2.5-inch round scallop punch. And it's cute. I like it. So I just put this down and give it a punch. Just like that. Now I have this remnant left. But I wasn't really cognizant of where I place this, so I have another scrap of it that's bigger. And I kind of like this girl, these two reading. So I'm just going to cut this off. Right here. So this is why it's really important not to throw out your scraps, because you never know where you're going to need them. I don't know. Do I like that girl instead? I do. I like this one instead. I don't know which one I want. I don't know. This looks good. I don't want to use a scallop one. I want to use, this is a 2-inch round. Oh, that looks better. Just punch that out. I'm going to keep this because I've got more of this paper. You never know. You never know, people. Okay, and then I'm just going to place this in the center. Now, I suggest placing the center part on first. And then you don't have to worry about it being crooked. Take your glue, just glue it on. Place this down. Kind of make it in the center if you can. Take a bone folder, whatever you want to call it, and then I placed it on, so I'm just going to come around and put more glue on here. And place this right in the center. Perfect. And this one is done. Put it aside because we're going to work on this one now. Now, I got this. This came with my paper pack. And I like this one. So I'm just going to cut this out. This says Literary Lady. This would be really something that would attract someone who likes to read. Cut it a little bit further. Just come around. This is where a steady hand works well. Okay, that's great. Right, now I like to round the corners of these. That's just me, you don't need to. So I have 3 different rounding edges on here. I like the wide one. Where did I get these bunches? You know, I got them all at garage sales. For people that were crafters and scrapbookers and just kind of gave it up for whatever reason. So always go to garage sales in the summer, of course, and look for this stuff. Now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to place it here. I'm going to cut the pieces off, because this is going to go on my larger one. cut a piece off. And then just going to glue that down. Take your glue, rub thin beads. That is key. Right around the edge. A little in the middle. And just place this down on your backing piece. Now I always try to make sure that my backing piece coincides with this piece that I put along the edge. That's just me. You don't have to do that. Make sure it's centered if you can. That looks pretty good. You got a minute when you use glue to kind of adjust it. That looks fine. Take this. Give it a nice press. And I'm going to cut some off this. I did cut it intentionally a little bit wider. Just take my cutter and I go to the, so how I figured it out the way I like it, and I do it for all of them, is just go a little, give it about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch on the edge. This much, guys, along the edge. You can make this any way you want. This is purely inspirational. Come along. I'm going to do all 4 sides of this. And you know, I have a production line when I make these because it's easier and I can make more in a fairly short period of time. Okay, so once again, I've cut an edge around the whole outside, and I'm going to round these corners as well. Take my corner rounder. What does it say on here? R10 millimeters, or even. Just come around and round these corners as well. This is just something I like to do. You don't have to. And all the edges are rounded. It just kind of gives it a more finished look. I think, that's just my opinion. It means nothing. Take some glue, go around the edge. Take this, and always make sure you put this on after you've done this piece on the next to the black, because then it's more centered. Make sure it's right side up, and just place this down. Just eyeball it. Oh, that looks cute. I like it. Take your bone folder, or whatever. Give it a nice press. Oh, I like this. All right. These things are done. So now we just have to package them. Now, I'll tell you what I thought was a good idea. I ordered these from Amazon, and these are pens. These are miniature pens. I'm going to put a miniature pen with each of these. Okay, I like the gold for spring and summer. I like silver at winter. I don't know why I do that. I just do. So anyways, yeah, these are great. I don't suggest sticking them on here. You can. I'm not going to. let's do a little guide first. So this package is from Clear Bags Canada. And these are 4 7/16 by 6 1/4. Just take a bag out. Now I know that this is the front, so I just slide it in, and I have enough room right here to put that pen. Just like that. Looks good. Will it move around? It might. But this is the way I'm doing it. You can certainly tack it down if you want. And that one's packaged with a pen. So you've got a small mini notebook with a nice pen. This would be great to have in your purse for grocery shopping. Put lists if you're into that. And I have another one here. Let's see, 6 by 9 inches. And this goes perfect with this one. So, place this in. Sometimes easier said than done, as with anything in life. Put this in. Looks good. And once again, I like to put a pen in. That's just me. You don't need to. You can just put something else in. But I got these really reasonably on Amazon. And, yeah, I'm going to do it. That's what I'm going to do. Put these pens in. So, I just take the top piece off. And I just secure this down. Make sure your pen is nice and flat on there. Okay? There you go. Alright. This is what we made. 2 out of 2 pieces of scrapbook paper. You guys can do this. I know you can. So easy. This would be great to give to for any reason. You know, birthdays, whatever. You can do these together and give it to somebody. It'd be great. What will I sell these for? Okay. This is going to go in my bins that say $4 or 3 for $10. This one. And this one, I think, I don't know. What do you guys think? $6? It's got a pen. $6? Didn't take long to make. So I'm not going to charge a lot of money for them. Alright, if you guys like this, make sure you like and subscribe so you know every time I do a craft. And make sure you stay tuned because we've got the spring craft show stuff coming on. Anyways, that's it for today. You guys have a great day. Love you all. Bye now.